Hello and welcome to BusyWorksBeats.com. You guys loved the last Bandlab video, so in this video I'm going to start in Bandlab on the internet and we're going to make a beat from scratch. So I've never done this before on the internet, so let's try it. So I really do like their mobile app, but let's see if the internet experience is similar or greater than the mobile app experience. Plus, I never made a beat in Bandlab. So let's go to new and let's try the whole process. Okay, so this is preparing audio. So in the meantime, you know, a lot of the effects you guys hear on the modern songs are actually kids in Bandlab recording over their iPhone, kids making beats from school right on Bandlab. So it's pretty intense. This is like the new FL. So basically, let's go to instruments. Now, I'm assuming you guys don't have MIDI controllers, so I'm not going to use any MIDI controllers. Let's just do instruments. And we could use our typing keyboard to play notes. I don't hear any notes, though. That's the only thing. I don't hear sound. That's kind of weird. Where's the sound here? How do you even go to sound settings? All right, so off the bat, a little awkward because there's no... Oh, duh. I have my computer on mute. Oh, that's why. Okay. Okay, so there we go. So it looks like the typing keyboard starts at A. All right, so first instrument is a piano. Let's switch this to... I like how they organize the sound, so it's pretty straightforward as to what you could do. Let's try a guitar, and let's go through the guitars. These sounds are very like general MIDI type sounds, so it's not like you're going to be loading up Omnisphere presets anytime soon. Let's do something like that. Let's record. Now, you can also change the scale. Let's mess with this. Let's see if it locks to the scale. Let's do scale, major scale. So it looks like it will lock the notes. Oh, you know what it does? It just highlights the scales. Okay, let's see what smart keys does. Okay, so smart keys, it seems like locks to the actual scale as far as... So you can do chords pretty quickly. Okay, so far so good. Let's go back. Let's hit record. Now the only thing is I don't know what's recording, so that's weird. There's no like arm for recording icon to let me know I'm recording for that instrument. Let's hit record. Okay, so again, we got to set the metronome. Let's turn that on. Let's go to 90. First of all DAWs. Why would anybody record without a metronome? Like, start it off with a metronome. Very basic stuff. Okay, let's do this again. Let's record these chords. Let's hit record. That wasn't the chord I really wanted at the end, so let's double click. Let's see how easy it is. My head might be in the way. Let's see how easy it is to edit chords. Okay, so at the end, okay, so I like how when you highlight the chord, it actually plays the sound. That's dope. Let's see how do we like, okay, so we click on the numbers to go to that point. So this chord, I'm going to revoice this. So let's see. We have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we played a major 7th chord here. What I'm going to do is just... Okay, so shift down does octaves. Alt down does note by note movements. Okay, so let's do alt down. Actually, just arrowing up and down moves the note. Okay, so let's do that. And let's raise the 5th and the tonic. Okay, so I'm fixing the chord that I played. All right, so far it's intuitive to a degree. As long as you know how to make beats as far as the workflow, it's pretty intuitive. The only thing, again, we want to start off with the metronome. Bandlab, if you're watching these videos, please just keep the metronome on. Okay, so let's figure out how to loop. It looks like it already has a loop up top. Let's just activate it. So far, so good. Hit enter to go back. And let's X out of this screen, and so far so good. So no complaints here. Let's add some effects to the guitar. Let's add like a chorus. Let's see if we can find a chorus. So that's under modulation. Let's go to chorus. Let's go to dimension B. Actually, I see why they might not have the metronome on. Is because if people drag in beats and they just want to record to the beat, they don't know what BPM the beat is, so it makes sense. But at the same time, anyway, I'm just nitpicking at this point. Let's add some reverb. Let's do large haul. So I don't know if they have any special effects like pitch shift, slow down type plugins. It looks like it's just straightforward plugins, which makes sense. It's not like FL. Let's go to percussion. Yeah, let's not mess with that. All right, let's just leave it as is. Now let's figure out how to do drums. This is the real test. Let's add a track. Let's go to drum machine, create beats in seconds, turn any sound into an instrument. Let's do drum machine. And okay, so it looks like it's looped into sections. All right, let me delete that. I'm trying to figure out what these different shades mean, like bright, dark. Okay, let's go back. Oh, it's patterns. Okay, I see. Okay, so basically, how do I stop this? So basically, the patterns here. These letters like A, represent patterns on here. Okay, so we could add a... Okay, so it's asking me which pattern do I want to add. Okay, I get it so far. So this is similar to FL Studio's pattern. Some of this stuff, like I wish they would just name this. Okay, so they're naming it the key you can press. Okay. A little kind of weird, but... All right, kind of weird. Let's just draw in the hi-hats all the way through. So it looks like if you just left click and hold, it deletes by default. Very interesting. Okay, so for trap, we're gonna do this. Now, I don't know how to change out the drum machine, I assume. Here's the drum. Let's go to drum kits. Do they have trap? Let's see. Trash. They have trash, but not trap. Okay. Oh my gosh, they don't have the trap kit, hip hop. What does hip hop mean? Oh no. How do they not have trap drums? Come on, Bandlab. They have boom bap. They have... Oh, here we go. Okay, it's under drum pads. This is not trap. What the frick? Who laced them with these sounds, y'all? Come on, man. They did y'all dirty. This is not trap. Okay, I forgot we're at 93 BPM, so we don't even need trap drums, so that was pointless. Let's go back to the hip hop kit, because those drums are not cutting it. Yeah, these kicks and stuff don't sound like hip hop stuff. Sorry to tell y'all. And for the hi-hats, I'm trying to figure out, is there a way to offset the rhythm by any chance? It doesn't look like it. We can do a Midi editor. No. Okay. So drums are a little restrictive in that you can't really, from what I understand, you can't really move notes around. It's just super quantized and that's it. You know, whatever you draw in is what you draw in type of thing. Let's add a. Am I doing this right? What are we doing? Add a. I think I did this right. I'll tell you now, these drums are not it at all. No, no sir. I'm pretty sure you can probably import your own drum kits, but I don't know. Seems tedious. Let's load up a sampler. I think I have my hard drive plugged up. Let's go to sampler and let's import some files. So this is probably where they have a bunch of upsells and everything. Allow this time. All right, import files. So let's go to our hard drive. Let's go to our sounds. So they don't seem to have a built-in browser inside the actual internet that reads your hard drive. I'm not even sure that's like possible, but that would be way easier instead of opening up this separate tab. Where are we at here? What am I doing here? Drums. I already lost my motivation, y'all. Lunch 77 drum kits. Here's some real trap drums. Actually, let's go to Drumify. Shout the half. Let's go to Drumify and add kick 10. I didn't realize how important FL Studio's browser was until now. Okay, so we have the kick. Now we gotta load up a snare. Oh my gosh. Import file. All right. So I'm pretty sure you could keep a window open and drag and drop stuff in here as well. I'm sure it's probably what people do. So let's do that. Not the smoothest sound searching by default. All right, so let's do hi-hats. Let's do Metro Boomin's hi-hats. This is taking about 10 minutes just to do this simple thing. Okay, Metro Boomin. What did I just click? Closed hi-hats. You could probably import drum kits for all I know. I'm a newbie in this DAW. Okay, we just need a simple hi-hat. Boom, left click and drag. That worked. Now we need a snare. 10 minutes later. Oh my goodness. This made me appreciate FL's browser so much more. Oh my, what are all these windows? Move. All right. Dang, that took 75 minutes to do that. That is not a flow at all. Okay, so we have it on gate mode. So basically, okay, it's gonna trigger when we hit it. Now let's figure out how to add notes. I just double click to draw a pattern and I'm playing my notes, but nothing's, it says VBN and I'm playing that and nothing's triggering. So that's broken. Okay, here's the button. Okay, very important to click this button right here. That's the typing keyboard button. Okay, so I'm learning a little bit by a little bit. Let's mute those drums because those drums suck. And let's do our own. Let's record. Okay, so let's see how to quantize. Let's double click, hit Control A. So as you can see, it's the same process, just different shortcuts. We could do the same exact thing in FL Studio. In fact, a lot faster. A lot of this is kind of tedious. Where's our like snap to grid thing? And why does it turn off typing to keyboard? Like these little things like this drive you insane as a producer. Okay. Okay, let's record the snare. And kick and snare. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can't imagine if you have crappy internet and you just have latency, not because the processing power, but just because your internet speed. That would suck too. I hit a FL shortcut. Let's hit Control A and let's hit quantize. See what this sounds like. So these are real drums. Let's quantize to the 8th note instead of the 16th note. So that's not really quantizing much. All right, whatever I did just made it worse. Never mind, forget what I just did. Okay, quantizing is whatevs. Let me see how the grid works. How does this grid work? Grid size. Okay, so you can right click and go to grid size. Let's make this 1/16. All right, so yeah, I guess that was the right quantize. All right, so far I'm not inspired by this at all. This is like just making me not like making beats. So what I'm gonna do though is show you guys the before and then after drums, using your own drums versus using the built-in drums. Okay, so again, we can't talk crap. I get it's an online DAW. Let me quantize this audio too. I realized it's probably not quantized. Quantize, there we go. Oh no. 16th quantize, boom. They even have a humanize feature, that's pretty cool. How do you change the velocity? Like, So many questions for this DAW. Now let's see if we can copy the drums, but take out something. Let's double click in here and let's take out their kick and their clap. Let's see if we could do that. Let's delete, add A. Does that change this pattern? Let me see. Probably. Yeah, I effed up the pattern. Shoot. All right. So what I want to do is copy this pattern in FL Studio. You could do that pretty quickly, just copying it and cloning it. Here we have to do something else. They need to make a clear button. Here we go. Right click, clear. There we go. And so it seems like this pattern is just like floating around. It's not like linked to anything. We're gonna add pattern B, make a beat first. Okay. And then let's clone this. What's the clone command? Let's see. Copy. I don't see a paste function. All right, Control C, Control V. How do y'all do this? Like, just download FL Studio for free. This is like driving me insane. They need to have a duplicate button that just automatically duplicates so you don't have to do copy paste every time. I'm fighting so hard not to say anything. All right, let's start from scratch. Get rid of this little, like, these kicks. Get rid of the triple 1,000 kicks. I feel like there's a delay in one of these samples. Now I'm getting into my producer stingy bag. One of these samples has like a weird time delay, and I can't visually see it, so that's not good. So editing samples, not that great from what I see. Oh, you know what? The kick had a delay. That's why. Kick sounded weird. There we go. Okay, so somehow the snare returned. What the freak? How did that happen? Yo, this is making me not want to make beats anymore. Let's change out the sound. I want to add like a subtle delay to the MIDI here, so let's go inside. Let's hit Control A, and let's see how to nudge stuff to the right. I guess you just arrow to the right, I guess not. Let's quantize that. We're getting closer to a decent beat. Still need a bass. For free, I mean, the fact that this is free though, I mean, you can't really complain about free stuff. Hence why it's free. Why is this? Now let me grab it. What the heck? I was trying to make a selection here. It's not doing anything. It's making me individually click kicks. That's not good. Let's see if we could, is there a master where we could like add effects? I don't see it. I don't see a mixer icon. Do they have a mix bus on this thing? All right, let's add a bass. I know I'm complaining a lot, but this is frustrating. All right, so let's add virtual instruments. And let's go to some kind of bass. Let's do electric bass, 62p, whatever that stands for. Let's see if we can add some vibes in here. We need to change our scale back. My head's in the way, but let's change this back to B major. Let's record that. It's gonna be a little cheesy of a bass, but I'll pitch it down. Ooh, wrong note. Okay, so there at the end I went out of key. All right, so let's fix the note. Let's double click. Let's hit Control A. Quantize. Whatever teachers have to teach Bandlab, I'll pray for you tonight, because this is, oh my Lord, you must be frustrated. And again, this is no shade to Bandlab. I'm not critiquing Bandlab. It's more so when you come from a different DAW and then you hop into Bandlab, it will make you mad for no reason. I haven't been mad making beats in forever. Now I'm mad. Sorry, Bandlab, but that's just the facts. Okay. Let's go here. How do I move a note? Oh, I'm on velocity mode, I think. That's why. Goodness. Why do they just randomly change stuff? All right, so you have to grab your pointer tool in order to select notes. Apparently, I was in velocity edit mode. Very weird. Okay. All right, let's pull these notes down. Let's hit shift down. There we go. Let's add some compression to the bass under dynamics. Let's turn the output down. That last note, I need to manually go in here. I do like the piano roll. It's more advanced than a lot of piano rolls on the market, so I can't complain about their piano roll because it is fairly decent. And they have like key options, like how to stay in key and everything, so I do like that. Now the thing is, I need to zoom to over here. There we go. All right, so the bass made me a little bit happier about this beat. I think the other stuff was frustrating because it's just 35 steps to load up your own drum kit. I'm sure there's a faster way to load up your drum kits. This is not like a tutorial. It's just, I want to react to it raw so you guys really see. Make sure there's no frames dropped either. 30 minutes in, holy freak. This would have taken me 5 minutes in FL. Okay, okay. Let's add some delay to this. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, this is weird. It doesn't have a time sync on that delay. Okay, let's do D delay. So let's switch the order. Let's put the delay before the reverb. Okay, so one of my, like, I guess a gripe is the only word I could think of, is like, where's the mixer? Like, how do we mix everything together? That's my only last question. It looks like there's automation, time stretch. So I do like some of the quick functions. I'm just confused, like, how do we finalize this? I guess you hit publish. and advanced settings. Only thing is, I don't know if they sell mastering services. I assume so. I could be way wrong. I just don't like the lack of control over my entire mix. That's what I don't like. Because part of hip hop is the mix too. Like, it's not just the instruments. So that's kind of quirky. It probably is somewhere that I'm not like noticing. But for what I see, I don't see how to mix all this together. And it's weird because on the mobile, they have like a little fader mixer, but I think it's just this stuff right here. So let's publish and let's see what mastering looks like. Auto master, okay. So I don't even want to publish. I just want to save this. Let's save. Change your password, no. All right, so I guess the only way to master is if you publish. What is happening right now? All right, mastering, publish to where? Want to be discovered? No, your revision won't be visible to explore unless you choose a different genre. I don't want to be found. What the heck? How do we export audio? What is going on? Okay, let's click up here. Maybe there's some other function I'm overlooking. Oh, download, project, tracks. You got to mix it in your own FL. That's wild. I'm going to tell y'all, though, the workflow, not it. It's not it. I can see now, Bandlab is great for recording. I'm shocked at how easy it is to record in here. Beat making, Lord have mercy on our souls. This is frustrating. Okay, so we're gonna do all of these. All right, I'm not gonna bore y'all with how long this is gonna take just to mix this. But let me just, I guess I have to show you. I guess it's my obligation to show you. So what I'm gonna do is switch cams real quick as I log into my FL and just show you guys what it would sound like in FL if you were gonna mix these sounds, at least with FL stuff. This is making me like FL way more. Again, no shade to the Bandlab folks. This is not an attack on your brand. It's just giving you real feedback from a real FL person. Okay, we were at 93 BPM. So now I'm in FL. Switch screens. Now what's weird is that it doesn't cut the remainder. It just kind of lets it ride out, which is kind of weird. Okay, so here are our tracks. So in FL, let me show you guys how easy. Let me make sure you guys could actually see this. Okay, you can. All right, I know it's been 30 minutes, but that's how long it took me. And I'm a master at FL, so I pray for anybody who's a beginner. That might take you 2 hours to make a beat. Okay, let me turn off my mic for a sec. So the drums really don't need mixing, but what I'm gonna do is just add like a mix bus processing to show you guys why a mixer is important. Because in the mixer, we could add more effects. Now, again, not the greatest beat in the world, I understand. But let's say we wanted to trap this out, for example. We could cut all this. Let me see what we could do. Let me think for a second. We could hit Control G to render this to audio. And let me show you guys cool little tricks. So let's send that to the mixer. I'm gonna move really quickly here. Let's switch this to stretch, resample mode. Now when I change the BPM, now we have a vibe. I can even add more effects. Now I probably wouldn't do this with the drums. Let Let me do this without the drums, because with the drums, you're going to hear all these transients. Let's just hit Control G, bring back all the tracks. Let's group everything except the drums, aka the bass and the instrument. Let's highlight these, hit Control G. Now they're one audio track. Go to mode, stretch mode, and then back to resample. Hit Control L, send that to the mixer. And again, I'm just showing you guys what you could do in FL that you can't do in other DAWs pretty much. Very easily, I should say. Now the kilohertz stuff doesn't come with the DAW, but I'm just showing you guys some different effects. Take off the reverse. This is just with a couple effects and time stretch. And now it has a vibe to it as opposed to just like this stale kind of sound. Most of that is the effects, but again, it's just the processing and the workflow in FL is just a lot quicker. Those are my opinions on Bandlab. It's not very exciting to make a beat, I'll be honest with you guys. If you do want more videos, or maybe I overlooked something, leave it in the comments below. From like a rating perspective, as far as how far you can take beats, I just can't see that DAW being something that you could really go deep with. FL Studio gives you a lot more workflow options, and you can work way faster in FL. We've seen kids make beats in 15 seconds. I mean, it's possible. So that took 30 minutes. So I can't recommend Bandlab. I understand they use it in schools. This is not a bash on the product, because I like Bandlab for recording vocals. Just the beat making process is just not where it needs to be right now. Okay, so it probably will improve over time. No shade to Bandlab again. Subscribe if you're new, like the video. Peace.